What's the word, folks? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Big Mario, man. And today we are going to be doing our very first review on a bat, folks. And we will be giving you guys our thoughts and opinions on a 32-inch Rawlings Adirondack Pro ash wood bat, ladies and gentlemen. As always, shout out to Lizard Skins for the bat grip. But yeah, folks, we went ahead and put the bat through a variety of different batting practice sessions, multiple sessions, just to make sure we got a good gauge for it, make sure that we got a good performance review on top of the key details that we already knew. And let's just dive straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. So the basics, man, again, it is a 32-inch Rawlings Adirondack Pro, a part of their Pro line series. So yeah, and the Pro, you're probably wondering, well, what does the Pro mean? Basically, is the profile of the bat. You know what I mean? So it is going to mimic, try to emulate a professional profile. So it will have a large barrel design. The handle is great for bat control. It is a one-piece wood bat, constructed wood bat. It is made out of ash wood. So it is lighter and more flexible than maple and birch, allowing you to generate a lot more whip, in other words, bat speed through the zone when you're swinging. But also, one of the things that I do like is that it does tend to flake. So if you have the bat for a while and you've been getting good cuts with it, it'll start to flake or chip. So you'll be able to actually tell when your bat's already reaching its, when it's that time, you feel me? But overall, a great value in my opinion for how much you would be investing into this bat. So the price point is anywhere between $50 to $75 at most major retailers, including Academy Sports and Outdoors, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Shields, among other online retailers as well. You could find it anywhere between the $50 to $75 range. I would even go as far as to say maybe $85. But anything above $85 is already overpaying for this bat. It is great for those of you that are transitioning from BB core bats into wood bats. So again, if you're looking for a great batting practice, a great practice bat, a great adult league or rec league bat, or just in general an inexpensive wood bat, then I would definitely recommend this bat for you. Again, it is the Rawlings Adirondack Pro. You can find it in 32, 33, 34. I think they might even have it as a 31-inch option available. But again, that just depends on your retailers. I personally went with the 32 just because, again, I wanted to get a good feel for it. I have a couple of 34s and 33s. A couple of them are more on the heavy side, so I wanted to go with a lighter bat just to generate more swing velocity. This is, again, the bat itself is contoured for more contact hitters, in comparison to if you're using a more end loaded bat. This won't generate the pop that a Louisville Slugger or a Marucci, or even just in general like a maple or a birch bat would generate. This is not a home run derby type of bat. This is a bat for those people that want to hit from gap to gap, for those of you guys that want to get great contact, for those of you guys that are transitioning to using wood bats and you want more control over your bat and more barrel accuracy, then this is the bat for you. When it comes to the feel of the swing, it is a lot easier to accelerate the hands through the zone with this bat because of how light it is. And of course, the swing is a lot more balanced, like I said, than it is with other heavy end loaded power bats. But again, you're sacrificing the pop for the control. So if you're a contact hitter, definitely recommend it. If you're looking for more power, especially more pop coming from your bat, then I would steer clear of this bat, just because you will not be getting the power that you are used to, the pop that you're used to generating. You will not generate with this bat. In terms of exit velocity, it is solid, but it's the ball is not jumping off of the bat. If you want leverage and power in a combo, I would recommend this bat in a 34. If you want maximum control, I would recommend a 32. And if you're, of course, trying to get a little bit in between and sacrifice a little bit control, while also gaining a little bit more power but not having to deal with the weight, then I would recommend a 33. Me personally, like I said, I went with a 32 just because I wanted to get my hands out faster. I wanted to generate more whip with the bat through the zone. So yeah, but overall, very good quality bat. And here are some of the pros of this bat. It is a Rawlings. That's not a pro. That's, in general, that actually is a pro. Rawlings is a great quality brand, so their low end tier stuff is typically better than a lot of other brands high tier stuff, if that makes any sense. But some of the pros for this bat, it is very durable for an ash wood bat, something that you don't really hear a lot. It is Rawlings, so the quality control on it is above average. It is great in my opinion, and of course the brand itself is very reliable. But one of the or some of the cons that I would list of this bat is that you know, it is ash, so it is not as solid as maple or birch, so a miss hit could jeopardize the integrity of the bat, meaning if you get jammed, if you hit if you hit the ball with the tip of the bat, you know, if you just don't find the sweet spot, more often than not, the bat will start to chip and basically just, you know, have a higher likelihood of it just, you know, breaking on you, because again, it is not as solid as maple or birch. Overall, the balance of the bat was very good. The durability is probably what I would rate the lowest next to power. And let me go through those categories. So overall, I have a couple of different notes in terms of the quality, and so we went ahead and listed out the categories that we're looking at. So we went with quality, durability, balance, power, and value, and then we overall gave it, you know, we summarized all of that and gave it an overall rating. In terms of quality, this bat, in my opinion, a very solid 8 out of 10. Again, for what I paid for it and the amount of use that I've already gotten out of it, and the performance that I've gotten out of it has been great. Again, you have to think, how much am I paying for it and how much am I going to use it? How much am I going to invest into this and what am I going to get out of it? So if you're taking anywhere between 200 to 400 swings with this bat in practice, you're already getting your money's worth, because a lot of times you'll buy a bat that's in that price range of $50 to $75, get 100 to 200 hacks at it, and you'll already start to see chipping, you'll already start to see cracking in the bat. This bat has already been used in well over 500 swings, and again, very, very, very good quality. With that being said, the durability, I did give it a 7.5 out of 10, simply because of what it is made out of. So it is ash wood, so again, the durability will not be there in terms of longevity in comparison to higher end woods like a maple or a birch. And then we went with balance. The balance, we gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Slightly above average, but you know, slightly below elite. Again, you are sacrificing power to be able to generate more bat speed and to be able to control it a lot more. With that being said, on our power scale or our power category, we gave it a 7.5 out of 10. The pop is just above average, but still not enough to be hitting dingers with, you know what I mean? So again, I'm going to keep saying this, you are going to sacrifice something to gain something. So in this case, with this bat, you are sacrificing power to gain control and to generate speed. And then overall value, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because again, what I paid for it, if I'm not mistaken, I got it for $55. at Academy Sports and Outdoors. And again, I am getting my money's worth. I've gone to the batting cages multiple times, used it a bunch of different times, and I'm still very happy with it. We can go out there and use it in live game action still. It is still in great shape, as y'all saw. So again, I am overall very happy with the value of it. 9 out of 10. And then when you add all of that up, overall, ladies and gentlemen, the score that we got, averaging all of that out, is an 8.3 out of 10. So if you want to go ahead and round that up to an 8.5, if you want to go ahead and round that up to 8.5, sorry, you can do so. If you want to round that down to an 8, you can do so. If you just want to be, it is what it is. 8.3 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, still very solid. You're getting your bang for your buck. You're getting more than enough quality cuts and at bats with this bat. But then again, of course, you have to remember the things that you are sacrificing in order to gain other things. So again, you are saving, on the investment in terms of paying price up front, in hopes that you'll get, a long lifespan. But also, don't be surprised if the bat lasts you a tournament, a weekend tournament. Would I suggest buying this bat in general? 100%, definitely, especially if it's on the lower side of things, closer to the 50, close to that $50-$55 range. I would definitely pull the trigger on it every single time, folks, just because again, it's going to be well worth it. You're going to get your use out of it, and it's not going to break right away, and you're going to be overall very, very well pleased. Now, if I were comparing it to other bats, like a Marucci, like a Victus, like a Louisville Slugger, then that's where I would tell you, invest in those instead. But if you're already using a Marucci, a Victus, or a Louisville Slugger, you're pretty much well versed in the game, so you already know what you're looking for, looking to get out of that as well. So yeah, but overall, like I said, man, 8.3 out of 10. I'm very well pleased with the bat, very well pleased with the quality of it, very well pleased with what I got in return for my purchase. So once again, give you guys a quick look at the bat. Boom. Solid, and as you can see, no crack, no flaking. This is grip stick right here. But yeah, man, overall, very solid option. Like I said, if you're looking for something that's on the lower end of the cost spectrum, but you want high quality, then I would definitely recommend any bat in the Rawlings Adirondack Pro series. But yeah, folks, again, like I said, we're branching out into different avenues of content creation, and we are learning as we go. So if you hear me mess up, if you see a little bit of roughness on the editing, if you see a little bit of roughness on the audio, or hear any roughness on the audio, or just if you feel like you're like, man, he said this twice, or he repeated himself, hey, we're doing this in one take. We're learning as we're going, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, as we proceed, as y'all saw with my gaming content and the quality of it, as we continued to elevate, we continue to, or as we continue to do so, we continue to elevate the quality of it. Same thing with this, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to continue to elevate the quality of this content. We will be bringing you guys a lot more variety. Again, we have a Baseball Lifestyle 101 haul video that we are excited to drop as well, coming up very soon. We're going to be doing more bat reviews, more batting glove reviews. We got some glove reviews coming up. Actually, we got a Rawlings glove review coming up, you know what I mean? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the content is for sure going to be rolling in, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure that you turn the notifications on. Make sure that you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the follow button. Make sure that you follow all our pages. On Facebook, we are Big Mario Gaming, Big Mario Baseball, and Mario Gonzalez. On Instagram, we are Big Mario Gaming and Big Mario Baseball. And on YouTube, we are Big Mario Gaming. Please hit us with the follow. Please hit us with a like. I don't ask you guys for monetary donations or subscriptions, but Any type of support is welcomed. I appreciate it, whether you're spending 5 seconds or whether you're spending 15 minutes on the video. It means the world to me. Thank you guys so much. Even if you hit a like or just drop a comment, drop an emoji in the comment section. Again, all of that is to me support, and that means the world to me, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, man, before we head out, shout out to Rawlings, man. Always providing folks with great quality stuff, you know, at very fair and very good quality prices, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody that's already followed and liked, and those of y'all that are new to the channel, shout out to y'all for stopping by. And if you made it this far in the video, you guys are the true MVPs, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for all the love and the support. And until next time, man, I'm out, y'all. Peace.